What's up, everybody? Welcome to Fighters Only TV. I'm Gary Alexander. This is Mark Munoz. Mark, I want to talk to you a little bit about your injury. Yeah. What pulled you? I know this weekend you were supposed to be fighting Chael Sonnen. Yeah. I know your heart's there, going to be there in Chicago. Yeah. But right now we're at Rain Training Center here in Southern California. Tell me a little bit about the surgery, how you're doing. Let the fans know exactly how you are.
You know what? The surgery went well. I actually had, this has been years of kind of wear and tear. And since my first fight in the WEC, which was quite a while back, it was 2.5 years ago, more than that actually. But I heard it there, and then I sustained an injury during training, but just kept training. And it was kind of, I was busy. Every year I was busy,
right?
You know, so this year, this was going to be my 9th fight in 2 years, you know, so, it's crazy schedule. Wow. Crazy schedule. So, so now when I had this injury, I couldn't even like flex my arm. You know, I couldn't even straighten it out. So, so having said that, on Friday the 13th, mind you,
right,
I actually had an underhook and going for a knee pick with my right arm, and as I was driving, one of my training partners had whizzered and my elbow slipped out. And he caught me kind of in an Americana. So the whizzer went down to my elbow joint, and he whizzered the second time. And I finished the takedown, but my elbow went out and popped a couple times. I noticed that it was sore during the sparring session, but I was like, it's just sore. Sparred 4 more rounds after that, and then noticed that every time I hit somebody, it would be kind of... It would kind of give me that little bit of a shock.
Right. And
then I tried grappling with it. I couldn't grab or pull or anything with it. So then I decided to take that round off, took that round off and took off the ice, tried to pick up my gym bag. I couldn't even pick it up.
Wow.
So I'm like, oh, man, I really did something to it. So I called my manager, Mike Roberts, and I said, hey, Mike, I can't do anything with my arm. And he was just asking me questions, and he called over to Joe, and Joe was in Brazil at that time. And then Joe had told Dana. Dana had called over, and so then the UFC had called me, and Greg Hendrick called me, Donna called me, and it was just a chain of reaction of like stuff that was happening.
Right.
So then they rushed me to Las Vegas and got to have me do MRIs and stuff to see what was really in my elbow, and they found bone spurs and chips in my elbow. So when that injury happened, it actually kind of created like a kind of caused some chaos in there,
right?
You know, and then all the bone chips and spurs broke loose, and they went into my joint space, and it caused the locking and the pain. So then he shot up with cortisone, and then he was like, "Well, see how it feels in the next couple of days." It was still intense pain. So then saw another doctor in LA. His name is Dr. Kavitny. And he took an x-ray, and he said, man, you got bone spurs and chips, man. We got to clean that out. So he did some tests on me, and I was still locked up, and I was like, ow, you know, it was just like intense pain. He goes, you're not fighting. I'm calling the fight. I'm calling Lorenzo, tell him you're not fighting. We're getting you into surgery tomorrow, ASAP.
Wow.
And that's what happened. So I got into surgery, and he pulled out 24 bone chips, and yeah, it was crazy. The bone chips were actually almost an inch in diameter. I could send you pictures, man.
Wow.
They were almost an inch in diameter. I thought they were half an inch, but he had told me this morning they were almost an inch in diameter, and there was like 3 of them, and then there was about another 3 of them that were like half an inch to a quarter of an inch in diameter. And then all the little bone chips that were inside of my joint. So he had cleaned that out, and he said, man, I'm surprised that you can even function these last couple of years. I'm like, yeah, I was dealing with some pain, but not like the pain I had in the last couple of days. He goes, yeah, so you had those chips that kind of went into your joint space, and that's what was causing the pain, and I had to call the fight.
So post-surgery here, everything's okay?
Yeah, everything's good. You know, I'm starting to straighten out my arm now, and it's still a lot of pain. You know, I'm on some strong stuff right now, but it's actually going to get better, man. And I had a doctor's appointment today, and I saw him, and Dr. Davigny was really encouraged by the amount of flexibility I had in my elbow right now. So he's like, man, you're healing really quick. So he goes, but your prognosis is June. You know, we'll probably see you back in June. 6 weeks till you can do any type of stress on it. So, but you can heal earlier than that.
Right.
We'll see what happens.
Right. Smart thing is to listen to those doctors, by the way. You're a wrestler. Yeah. You guys are tough as nails, but you got to listen to those doctors because I know you like to work through the pain, you wrestlers.
Yeah, you're right, man. And I just had a conversation with one of my training partners, Lou Pauly. He's a wrestler too. He's got that mentality, and he had a torn hamstring. I mean, not a torn hamstring, torn quad, and he was sparring. And I'm like, bro, what are you doing? I said, learn from me, homie.
Right,
and he's like, yeah, so he took a round off, started icing it and stuff. But, yeah, wrestlers, man, we just work through the pain, and that's just how we're programmed, man. That's just how we are. We're just tough like that, and we need somebody that cares for us to be able to say, hey, you need to get out.
Well, let me tell you. Stay out. Stay out for a while. Heal up and be smart about that. Before we get out of here, mainly I wanted the fans to know exactly how you're doing and whatnot. But let's talk a little bit about the fight that is now, which is Mike Bisping versus Chael Sonnen. What are your thoughts on that fight?
Man, that fight is very intriguing. Chael Sonnen, he is just a grinder, man. He'll be in your face. He's going to utilize his boxing and his hands and his front right kick to mix stuff up to get the takedown. That's what he does. That's what he's good at, and that's what he does, and that's how he wins fights. Just that right there. His wrestling is second to none. And well, actually, you know what? I take that back. His wrestling is good. And he uses that for his advantage, and he's an animal on top. So Bisping, on the other hand, he's very good at stand up and utilizing the angles, capitalizing on openings when it comes to like dropping hands or setting up like leg kicks and stuff like that. So he's very, very good at that.
Right.
Now I give Chael Sonnen the edge because Bisping has trouble with wrestlers, and we'll see what happens. If he can defend a takedown, he'll do very well.
Right. He does really well at getting up, by the way. I even said that against Mayhem. That they were like, oh, Jason's going to take him down. It's like, maybe so, but he's really good at getting up off his back.
For sure.
But Chael Sonnen is a guy who's known for being able to hold guys down like yourself. Yeah,
man. He's very good at that, and he's able to utilize his hips more than anything. And that's something that if Bisping can do that, he'll have a very good chance.
Yeah,
for sure.
It's going to be a great fight. I look forward to it. Mike's one of the most talented guys in the 85-pound division, and so is Chael. It's going to be a great fight. Sorry that you're not over there, but I think that it's something that it could be a blessing in disguise for you.
It is a blessing in disguise, and I truly believe in my heart, soul, and mind that everything happens for a reason. And this is a bump in the road. I'm gonna go over it, and now I can't look back. Right. If I look back and just like drown myself in my sorrow, it's like, oh, this was a huge opportunity for me. It's just gonna drag me down, man. I gotta look towards the future. I can't worry about what lies behind me. I gotta look towards the future and strive for that, and think about recovery and my rehab, and just go from there, man. So I got to stay positive, and I got positive guys around me, and you've encouraged me today, man. So, that's great. There's people that are saying, hey, Munoz, you're going to just imagine how well your arm's going to feel now. So it is a blessing in disguise. I'm remaining positive, and I can't wait to step inside the octagon. But I'm going to listen to all the coaches and the doctors. Yeah, good. Well, we look forward to that day and to seeing you back in the octagon. Mark Munoz. Thanks, guys.